welcome back to our channel, and welcome to another episode of the Normal Podcast. Right now, it is a sunny, beautiful Friday morning, summer fever type of day. We made ourselves a smoothie to just a little refreshing treat for our podcast. A very summery type day, 95 degrees out, makes me want to be at the beach, come back, take a shower, watch a little movie, a baking show. Candy. That's the vibe. Watch OBX at night with the fam. That's the vibes of today, but instead we're studying, going to work, and then having a little fam time at night, which isn't too bad. But for catching up this week, we don't have that much to tell you, except for Habemos Papam. Yep, Habemos Papam. We have hope. So that's the most exciting news that's happened this week. I know you've heard about that. And it's the first American Pope. Very exciting, very cool to watch, and just make me really excited about being Catholic. And what else? Is there anything else? Tonight we're going to see Thunderbolts, so next podcast we're going to have to give our little review. I'm so excited. It better be 10 out of 10. Everyone's saying it's 10 out of 10, so everyone's saying old Marvel, all this stuff. I'm not that scared. I'm pretty confident that's going to be good. I've already been seeing a little bit of edits here and there. I'm so excited. I wanted to show you my handmade bouquet. So this was on our spring bucket list. That was one of my spring bucket list things. Also in our spring outfits, I have a flower clip in my hair. Gotta make sure I point that out because otherwise it looks like I'm a boy. So here it is. I picked a hibiscus from the backyard, but it died. I don't know why that happened. And then I got pomegranate. These are pomegranate flowers from our pomegranate tree. These three I picked from random bouquets around the house. And then I got this wildflower from the backyard as well. A couple more wildflowers. Beautiful, sparking joy. And it's giving all of the pre-summer vibes that I want it to be giving. And that was my spring activity. Anything else happened this week? Of course, we went to Disneyland again. It was our parents' 37th anniversary. So we celebrated that a little bit. Mother's Day is on Sunday. And nothing that remarkable. We've just been spending a lot of time doing hobbies and studying. Enjoying spring. Reading. Yeah. Oh, I've been reading this great spring book, which I won't go into that much because I put it in the spring things video, but the movie The Secret of Moonacre. If you don't, you need to watch it. It's so good. But it's such a good movie, and we used to watch it when we were little. I don't know, I haven't watched it since we were little. I know there's unicorns and stuff in it. And it's just, when I was watching it when I was little, I was like, this movie is everything I could ever want. It's so whimsical and just beautiful. I want to be this main character, princess vibes. And then I started reading this spring book that I put in the spring things video. Turns out this book is what that movie is based off of. And I'm just reliving my childhood self and just getting so... Now I completely understand why I love that movie, because this book is so beautifully depicted, descripted, whatever you want to say. I also finished an episode of Sparrows this week. Oh, so did I last week. We both finished reading that, and it's very good. It gives a tree grows in Brooklyn meshed with Secret Garden. So Orphan, it's really touching and moving, and it touches on a lot of serious topics, but at the same time it's very wholesome and innocent and just pure, and I like the innocence about it, which The Tree Grows in Brooklyn kind of lacked for me. That's my unpopular opinion about that book. It wasn't innocent enough for me. I don't know. Also an episode of Sparrows is also very Catholic, which I really appreciated. Had lots of Mary in it and just like beauty. And prayer. I just love all the beautiful, good trueness in the spring books that we're reading this year. Anyway, and also I wanted to touch on something else. I forgot what it was. Thanks for all the comments on the last podcast. That's what it was. All the comments on the last podcast, the interaction is just, it was sparking my every moment of this week and making my comment. I tried to reply to all of you guys. It was so much fun having actual comments from people who aren't just my family, and I love that we're building a community here. And just actual conversations. I got to hear more about you guys and learn more about you, and then also you were talking about the video topic and contributing what you thought about it. So I want these to be our videos, not my videos. I just want a little community here because I always, like, my favorite YouTubers are the ones that have like a small but really niche, very cultivated community. So that's what I want here. But then you guys, you're really coming through lately and making me inspired to just keep going. And we're trying to get to 1,000, so hit that subscribe button. And now let's get into the topic of this video, which is to all the sweaters I've knit before. So we're going to be going through literally every sweater we've knit. We just got them all out, which I hope you appreciate that, because it's a lot of work. And now we're going to have to fold these off and put them all back. But just to preface, I hand crochet, so these are all my sweaters. I have way less than Bella because I spend a lot of time crocheting, which is not really a sweater type of hobby. So I think it should turn out to be pretty semi-even by the end. So we're going to be going from our least worn / least liked sweaters all the way to the best, our favorite sweaters. And we're going to be telling you everything. The good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to be telling you mostly the bad. We're going to be telling you everything, but things really bad things and stuff that just really wasn't the vibe for when you're knitting really stands out to you when you're looking back on it. And I just want to show that part of knitting because I feel like a lot of knitting podcasts and the knitters are just professional machine. It seems like it's from a store. Everything that they knit is so perfect and they're just really good at it. Happy with it. And that's not the case for me, unfortunately, except for a couple sweaters. It never really turns out. I can't imagine it, and I just want to show that side of the knitting and just this type of art. So we're going to be telling you everything about the sweaters, but we're also going to try to keep it very short because we have a lot to cover. So, tasty. Who's going first? Me. So, my least favorite sweater is this one right here. It's called the Nature's Cardigan by Zeta. Love all those patterns, but this sweater I made with 100% wool for my mom's stash, and 100% wool is very scratchy. So that's probably number one reason why I wear it the least amount. I can get over it with a little long sleeve shirt under it, and some really cold winter days it's great, but there's just something about it. It's just not cozy, and also it turns in, it curls up, which is really frustrating. I was going for, when I made this sweater, I remember I was going for Professor Lupin from Harry Potter. That when you wear it, and like a grandpa sweater vibe. That's what I was going for. And yeah, I think it does give that, but it's just something I don't typically reach for. Mostly just because of the amount of comfort and or lack thereof. I love the pockets. That's pretty much what I can say about it that I like. I like the fold over neck, even though it kind of chokes me and makes me feel like claustrophobic. But yeah, really for dark academia vibes in the fall. That's all I have to say about this sweater. Okay, we'll go back to you after I touch on these. Okay. There's two sweaters that I don't have here with me because they're so trash. I'm just kidding. They're not trash. Yeah, I don't want to be a hater, but they're so not good and not comfortable that I put them away / given them away. I had a crochet one that I made that was like sweatshirt, and it was because as soon as I put it on, I was like, this is not the vibe. It just didn't fit me well, and it was like I had to sew on like little like kangaroo pouch. It was supposed to give sweatshirt vibes, and sometimes I just think crochet is not meant for garments, or my crocheting personally, like I crochet, I just don't crochet well for garments, which doesn't go well with the sweater. I'm literally making a crochet sweater right now, so I shouldn't say that, but that one I gave away to Goodwill. Okay, so I was like, I'm never gonna wear you. Hopefully someone at Goodwill can find you and think you're comfortable, but I cannot look at you without just being disappointed in my talent, so I gave it away. Then the other one was a super cute, okay, vintage sweater. Everything about it was perfect, pretty much. It was acrylic 20% wool or something. A vintage sweater pattern, which I'll get back to because I'm pretty sure a lot of my patterns are vintage. You like it, right? I modified it to be a size smaller. That went perfectly. Everything was perfect, but then I forgot to do the sleeves, or like did the sleeves like a little bit wrong. So then the sleeves were just like, I don't know what I did wrong. I was doing the calculation. I did something wrong, and I wore it to Seattle, and then that was the last time I ever wore it, and I was just like, it's too itchy, it's too tight, I'm not gonna wear that. So that's under my bed right now. Maybe it'll fit someone a little bit smaller than me one day. That's why I put it under there. But it's super cute. So the moral of the story is, when you're making stuff, try to make it comfortable, because if you don't make it comfortable, you're probably not gonna wear it. Like, at least me, that's how I am. Next sweater that I wear the least. Okay, I feel bad saying this, but like, it kind of makes sense. I wear this one the least because obviously it's a Christmas sweater, but also there's other reasons too. It's the Caribou Crossing Sweater by Petite Knitter. Not to be confused with Petite Knits, which is a completely different vibe. But she has a bunch of sweaters like this, Petite Knitter does. And I chose to knit this one because I really like the reindeers. I really wanted a sweater with reindeers on it. So that's why I knit this. And I love it, but like, love it for winter days. But it's just, first of all, not very comfortable. Second of all, I added this little edging right here onto the yoke. Or no, I didn't. Okay. I actually didn't add this one, but I added the ones on the bottom and on the sleeves. And the thing about it is that yoke sweaters are not that comfortable because they cinch in at the yoke. Yeah, those Fair Isle sweaters. Yeah, they cinch in so much, especially because like one, I was very vigilant. I totally forgot about my siren sweater. And my watermelon. We're not talking about those. Those are like BC. Yeah, okay? We're BC sweaters that we're not even gonna like made them before we were the age of 10. Basically. I'm just kidding. Okay, if you don't know what float is, it's these. It's the side of the sweater, and you have to catch them, or else they're just like, you're using multiple strands of yarn, so you have to like fit over. You're basically weaving them in as you go, so that there's not just huge. So if you can see here, I was being very vigilant about it. The last sweater, 1 to 2 stitches, I would say. Yeah, those are very small floats. So the last sweater I made, I was not catching a single float, and I was really ashamed of that at the end because it was snagging and it was puckering and it was because I didn't catch my floats, but I was just like, I was not having it with those. I'm not doing that. But the reason why I'm saying that is because of floats and catching them, it can sometimes get really tight and like restricted.
There's no ease.
So it was just like, me feel so claustrophobic, especially when I first made it. I ended up actually cutting some of the floats because I was like, nothing's gonna happen if I cut them. Like, not gonna come out. They're so tightly woven in there that they're not even gonna come out.
Which made it a lot better, cutting the floats.
Yeah, it did make it a lot more comfortable, but still, it's just, obviously you can't wear this like in the middle of spring or summer.
No,
it has to be made.
I'm sorry.
It has to be worn in winter. So yeah, just my least worn sweater. And there were some reasons why I didn't even when I can wear it, I don't really want to. But I do like that it matches with my Cortez. Next one. Cut that all out.
Like that. Okay, my least like sweater is the Fable sweater by the Alley sweater by Fable Knitwear. This is it. You've seen it on our channel before when we went to Disneyland. Probably one of the only times I ever wore it because you know what I did? It's too small. Yeah. I'm always doing my things a little bit too small. Pretty sure I just did the smallest size, but I guess my gauge was probably tighter than it was supposed to be.
Did you ever try blocking it?
No. I didn't try blocking. I don't gauge watch and I don't block. Am I even a knitter?
I am highly against blocking just because
it goes back to the way it was.
It's always just back.
For me, okay? It's not my personal experience. Anyway, the reason I don't like this is too small. And also, these are puff sleeves. At least I thought they were supposed to be puff sleeves. Turns out, I think they were just supposed to be like pleats, like on the shoulder. Yeah, not like this, but like right here. You know, and also, then the is super tight. So then, everything's super tight. So when I go like this, the pucker's now up near my neck. Okay? I don't like that. So yeah, too short, too small. Overall not that comfortable. However, I love this yarn. It's called Honeysuckle. It's acrylic and it's so soft, and it didn't even pill, which I've only worn it like, so that's not that impressive. But overall, this just had so much potential, and it didn't. You're good. I expected you to be great overall. So
okay, sweater that's near the back of the line. Sadly, even though back when I first made it, it would have been near the front of the line, and that is the whole problem. Okay, listen to your mom, folks, because my mom said, if you're going to be spending a lot of time on a sweater, make it with good quality fibers. What did I do? Made it with 100% acrylic. And I spent so much time on this. I made the pattern. I literally found patterns that I liked, like pick charts, and then just did them and figured out how many stitches to fit me. And when I first made it, I loved it. It was perfect. Now, it's shabby because, look at it. It's shabby, drabby, cardigan under someone's bed.
Oh no.
What is it? Yeah.
Wait, that's kind of good.
Oh, hey, because
don't sit on your hunches. You're not going to be in frame.
This is so chaotic. Okay. I made this the year that Folklore cardigan came out. And so I made the back look like the Folklore cardigan. You can't tell now because it's so big. And the front I made kind of similar, but I added bobbles because I really wanted bobbles on it. That was like one of the main things that I remember just thinking, I need a sweater with bobbles on it.
I've yet to make a cable sweater, so I need to
look at it. Like, sleeves are dirty. There's like on it somewhere. Yeah. I need your opinion, please. Honestly, I have like noticed that I can't get off.
Empathy where I was you for
like, just sad because if I had made this in like nice wool acrylic blend, like my mom said, and invested the money in it, which wouldn't even have been that much more money, but at the time I didn't even look because I was just like,
to go to Michael's and get it done.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm just getting acrylic like what I know. Literally fast fashion. And now it's ginormous, and I can wear it like, okay, painting aside, I can wear it like, oh, it's a cozy beach day. Yeah, a little bit like outside, I can cozy up in it. But when I wear it as like an actual outfit, I feels like I'm wearing like a robe or something because it's so big. It's like a dress. I didn't do short rows in the back, and that also is annoying because now the fronts go way lower. And I remember the reason why I didn't is because I asked my brother, should I do that? And he was like, no, it's kind of swaggy, you want it to hang low. But honestly, I shouldn't have listened to a guy who's never knit.
Okay. Next sweater, I improv'd based off of the Winter Bluff by Ashley Lillis. That's basically where she provides you with like basic raglan knit for worsted weight yarn, and then you can do whatever you want with it. And that's exactly what I did. So I took the basic raglan, as you can see, I cast it on right here, did it in all white. I really wanted a winter sweater that I can wear as like queen vibes. It's giving Elsa, it's giving just Snow Queen in general. Snowflake, Snow Queen, yes. Okay, I think my gauge was probably smaller. Also, I've only had this for like months, so I really haven't worn it, haven't given it that much of a chance. That's why I put it near the back, because I just don't really know how it is, because as soon as I made it, the Christmas season was over, so then I just put it away. So I really only wore it once. We'll have to see next year if I actually like it, but overall, I pretty much really like this sweater. I think it made it mock neck, which was the perfect mock. Yeah, that's the only thing. I don't know what type of...
Feels like cotton.
It feels cotton. I swear it's not cotton, though. But it feels cotton, and that's what I don't like about it.
You don't like that it's cotton?
Yeah, because it's not very comfortable. It feels stiff. It feels like it should be softer than this, and it's like stiff. But what I added on was I made it mock neck, and I love the mock neck. It turned out exactly the length, the height on my neck that I wanted it to be. Okay. And then I added this snowflake border, which just, of course, gave Snow Queen. And yeah, wear it over like a long dress during Christmas time, during winter time. Also, it's good for all of winter, so I can wear it through January, which I love. And yeah, I like this one. This is overall a pretty good sweater, but it's still nude back because there's better ones.
My next one, you've seen this one probably on the channel before multiple times. It is the Hackett Jacket by Real Ruth. And so I did the scalped one. And there's a few things I don't like about this. One, I made it with like very chunky yarn. It was, I can't remember what it was. It was very nice yarn. I got it last year. I made this one last year, and I think I showed it on the channel when I got the yarn, and I loved the yarn. The yarn is so beautiful and soft and fluffy, but it was a little bit too bulky for the needle size I used. I used like a very small needle size so I could get this sort of general fit, and that kind of just backfired because now it's a very stiff jacket type fit when I was thinking I was going for more like fluffy, like buttery, fluffy cardigan. This is not soft and fluffy. It's pretty...
See, this is the kind of stuff that you only notice because you made it, I think.
Yeah, I guess if you look at this, you wouldn't think like it was that stiff, but when I'm wearing it, it's much hugging onto my arms. Another thing I don't like about it is that the scallop kind of go all over the place because, also probably because I used such big yarn and such small crochet hook to make the scallops, that they're just kind of like little tentacles and they're just going all over the place. They also curl in, and that really bugs me when they curl in because then you can't even see the whole point. And yeah, just the yarn being too thick and the needles being too small, probably what I should have done is made like a gauge swatch and figured out how to make it the same type of fit with bigger needles and like bigger gauge.
But at the end of the day, when you don't like to gauge swatch or do stuff like that, you're gonna have some missteps along the way. And that's a lot of what our problem is. My next one, low-key, I should have put this one before my winter sweater, because like winter sweater, I basically had nothing bad to say about this one. I do have something bad to say about this one, because look at this. So this is...
I like this one.
Oh, this is Pearl Soho, the simple jacket. Pearl Soho's doesn't have a zipper. Okay, I went to my tailor and I asked him to install the zipper after I was done, because I'm not doing that, okay? I have not ventured into the region of sewing zippers onto things. So I asked him to do it. You could tell he was like, I low-key don't want to do this, but I'll do it because you're gonna pay me and that's my job. And at the end of the day, I really liked it because it was, what I wanted was just a warm jacket that I could put over things that was white during the summertime. Just like to watch the sunset over my bathing suit. It doesn't look too warm, summery. And this got the job done. However, as you can see here, pills everywhere, okay? Dirty. I'm sorry.
Dirty.
It's true.
Sloppy.
Yeah. However, look at how cute it is. This is why I got it, because it has little gold and blue and pink flecks in it, and it made for the most beautiful outfit back when it's just drab now, and that's sad, and that's because this yarn, once again, is cheap. I'm sorry, I'm a cheap knitter, and that's something I need to get over, but unfortunately I don't have big girl money. So yeah, I really liked it too because it was bulky yarn and like it was easy to knit. And installing the zipper really added something because then I could zip it up and have it be its own outfit and then open it up and have me show my outfit. It got the job done for one season and then it was like this. So that's the sad thing about this. Yeah, Old Navy knitting. And like, look at these. But I do have fond memories attached to this. I really liked knitting on it. I liked wearing it. But now it's retired. And that's the sad thing. I don't think knits should ever be retired. I think they should live as long as possible and be timeless. So
they should be heirloom pieces.
Here's your time to just invest the money, okay? Do the research.
At least a little bit more money.
I think I just wore it a lot. It's just well loved, well worn. Yeah, I should just appreciate
That's kind of my cable sweaters. I wore that all the time back in the day, and now it's just
because every time we went to the beach, like house, I would always be wearing that.
Okay, this is my next sweater. You guys have probably seen this one as well. Love this yarn, even though I can't remember what it's called, but I got it from Amazon, and it's like so and fluffy, and I'll definitely make something with it again. This was from the vintage. This is the same vintage sweater pattern that Chella made her first BC sweater that she was talking about earlier, but I just made it the smallest pattern. I didn't modify it at all.
What?
Yeah.
You made it out of that book? So you sewed the side?
I didn't sew the side because I just did it in the round.
Okay, I machete the forest.
No, because I never would have done that. Sure. So really this sweater, especially in winter, it's so soft and nice and cozy, and I wear it like to mass.
This is so whack.
And then
I never knew this.
I wear it on Sundays to mass, and then I will come back and get into my cozies and still wear it because it's like a sweater that I can wear with anything, and that's what I love about it.
It is a great sweater.
It's so cozy. However, stark white, not the best idea because then it's very prone to getting dirty, especially on the sleeves.
I'm making
especially
it stark white
when it's
right
this
now.
fabric and it's like getting a little bit. It's gonna get like they're gonna get dirty. Another thing is that I'm envisioning something a little more tailored. So the sleeves are a little bit big, like really, and it doesn't really.
That.
Yeah, I like it too, but it's not really what I was envisioning. Originally, I was envisioning a more like very fitted type of cozy sweater, like almost a t-shirt sweater. And yeah, it doesn't hug me around the waist like how I was imagining, but that's okay. Once I actually make it, I wear it a lot, and I don't really care about that. So, yeah.
Okay,
Next.
turn.
This I love. I made up the pattern myself. I based it off of a sweatshirt that I had from Old Navy, and the yarn quality, unlike most of my sweaters, is actually really good. It's really cozy, and it has wool in it, but it doesn't feel wool. And every time I wear it, I'm like, why don't I wear this more? I know why I don't wear it more. Okay, what is color? Is it brown? Is it gray? Does it match with anything? No.
Is it khaki? Exactly. Like, this is just not the best. However, I got given this yarn by a family friend lady, and
she had a bunch of yarn that she gave us.
She had a bunch of yarn, and yeah, she gave us a sweater's quantity. Okay, that's a lot. So I was like, I have to make a sweatshirt, and for some reason I just wanted a sweatshirt at the time, like in a sweatshirt. I wanted, probably to redeem myself from that traumatic crochet hoodie sweatshirt experience. And I have this one, and I especially used to love it when I had those earrings that I lost. They had gray, and like they had this color on them, and they were mermaid tails, so I'd wear them with this, and then it would just be super cute. And it's just so cozy, comfy, made up the pattern, which I'm really proud of myself for. Yeah, just a classic, like, I like it.
Looks very cozy.
However, I did run out of yarn at the end, so I had to add this little, which is actually this yarn, I think, Bella's yarn, for the border. Yeah, overall, I probably just don't wear it as much because this color, like, if it was like a pink, I would wear it so much. But
okay, this is the ranunculus sweater. You've seen this. We all love it. It's a ranunculus sweater
I'm going to make one eventually.
It's like Miss Prinny Haros or something. I don't know how to pronounce that, but
it's one of the most, what's the word, like, viral,
loved, famous
patterns.
And for a good reason. I loved making this. It's so engaging at the beginning, but then for the rest, it's just straight knitting. So it's like the balance, and it is the perfect sweater. It fits me so well, and I made this. Backstory, BC, I made a sweater out of this yarn, and it was just straight cables all the way down, and it was very uncomfortable, very too small, and I had to sew it all together, and it was a traumatic experience. I remember crying multiple times. I ended up taking out that sweater, which was so healing. It really healed the wound inside of me, and I made this with it. So, reborn, redemption, Easter eggs. And I love this sweater. I wear it all the time. You've seen it multiple times on the channel because I just love it. I love the way it fits. It's perfectly cropped, and it ran out of yarn just as I was finishing the very last stitch. So, it's perfect.
Next one.
Also, by the way, it's Wool of the Andes by Knitpicks. Kind of scratchy, but not bad with this pattern.
My sweater
is also Woollies, okay? So, I don't know what the issue is here, because this is Woollies, Pilly. This is one of my favorite sweaters of all time. It is a turtleneck, cropped, fold-over bottom, rib sleeve, beautiful sweater. I love wearing it with my high-waisted jeans to Disneyland. It's so cozy. I was wearing this on the mountain, skiing so many times, and it kept me perfect amount warm, okay? I literally just wear this, ski down the mountain, not get cold.
It kind of looks like
I could also wear it to Disneyland. Yeah, it looks like cookies and cream. It has all the shades of brown and gray and black that just bring in the fall, winter vibes that I like during that time of year. And overall, I just really like this pattern. I was basing it off of, I mainly cut up myself, but I was basing it off of a vintage pattern on Etsy that I bought. I made it, okay,
I made it a size down. So it had a size 2. I think I made it a size 0. So once again, I made it a size smaller, but this time it paid off because I really love the it's perfect prop. Also, just these edges, as I said before, you love the fold over edge because it's so professional. It looks like
It's great.
Like it's from a store. And I have an Old Navy sweater that looks like this, but this one's better and it's cozier and it's everything I could have wanted. It wasn't really what I was envisioning. I was envisioning more of like a cowl neck. But then, surprisingly, even though my vision didn't pay off, I liked it even more. And I wear it so often with my pearl hanging earrings, and I just love it.
Very recent. I just finished this a couple months ago. And I like to call it my sea glass sweater because of its sea glass buttons. Love them. Got special order
And
from
you might recognize this sweater.
Yeah, you recognize it because I made the pattern based off of the Cezanne Emily, which is very popular. It's all over the internet.
Everyone has one.
Everyone except for Chelsea
has one.
I have one. And there is a certain something about this sweater that makes it so likable, and I really tried to capture that with this sweater. I think for me, it's the raglan design, the little puff at the end of the sleeves.
It's feminine and comfortable,
cozy, so warm, but also very feminine and makes
you wear
you
with
look
everything. It's elevated.
So yeah, you can wear it with fancy clothes, you can wear it with casual clothes, and it's pretty expensive on Cezanne, but I recommend buying it because it is like one of my favorite sweaters to wear. So I really wanted to recreate it, and I think I did a pretty good job. I got this yarn from Joann's Black Friday, and Joann's is going out of business, so everything was 50% off. It was such a steal. I got a whole more than a sweater's quantity for only like $45, and it's alpaca and polyester, which is the exact same blend as the original Cezanne sweater. However, mine's obviously a little bit it's like blown yarn, but it's a lot lighter than the actual Cezanne one. The Cezanne one is very it's almost a wool coat. It's so warm. This one's a little bit lighter, which I'm not mad at. It's very cozy, and I love wearing it all the time. Like I can wear this on days when it's a little less cold. The only thing I don't like about it is, first of all, that the yarn is already pilling, which I don't understand why, because it has wool in it. It has wool, alpaca, and polyester, so I don't get why it's pilling so fast. That bugs me. Another thing that bugs me is that the button band, I didn't get separate yarn for the button band to make the small, folded over band. So I used a smaller needle size, and now it's making it kind of scrunch up. It's a little bit annoying. It's not me as much as my other sweaters and how they roll in. It's just a little bit it's smaller than the rest of the sweater, so it's making the sweater kind of come up, which is annoying. Yeah, so this is my Cezanne sea glass sweater.
Okay, I'm gonna do my Christmas one first, since you guys have probably already heard about this, unless you're new. The ultimate, the climax of my career in knitting, the pinnacle, the enjoy, is this pattern. I don't know what it's called. It's from a book. It's from Vogue Knitting. Yeah, Vogue Knitting back there, and which we got from the family friend. Look at this. I love it. I don't know if you can see it fully, but it has trees, it has reindeer, it has snowflakes, and then it has smaller snowflakes and a reindeer up here floating in the sky. And basically, I worked all of one Advent, just every second of of the whole Advent, to make this sweater. And it's ultimate cozy. It has some wool, it has some acrylic, so it's a good blend. It hasn't pilled that much, surprisingly. I've had it for 2 years now, and I wear it pretty much every day of the Christmas season because I put so much work in. I blood, sweat, and tears into this. Cried everything into this.
So much time.
And it's so huge, so long. It's like a big Christmas blanket, and I really there's emotion to this sweater. And yeah,
you had to sew it all together.
Yeah, I had to sew the arms. I sewed this because after modifying all these vintage patterns, I was just I don't want to do that. Okay, I'm gonna pattern to the T of a vintage pattern. Okay, and back in the day, they did not have the fancy things we have now, so they would sew everything. Just following a graph for all this stuff, and it was worth it in the end.
And it's really giving Santa Claus's wife, what's her name? Mom in Santa Claus. She wears
this sweater just like this.
And you had short hair when you first made it.
And I had short hair, and I wear a turtleneck, and she's always wearing her turtlenecks. I just love it.
And
I love this sweater.
Is iconic. So
yeah, there's really no complaints about this, except for that maybe I hung it up a little. I hung it up for a long time, so then sort of it went. Which I didn't want it to stretch, but I should probably I shouldn't have hung it up. But I'm proud of this sweater, and it's one of my favorites.
Okay, so I have 2 sweaters that are tying for the end. I'll do this one first because you guys have seen it more, and I wear it pretty much like every video, so you guys probably know how much I love this sweater. It's one of my favorite sweaters. It's called the Weekend Sweater by Ozetta. Has the fold over neck. It is the most classic sweater, and this yarn, Lions brand tweed type of yarn. I think discontinued now. You might be able to find it like on eBay or one of those shops, but like people reselling. But I love the color. It's so pretty. It has like blues and reds and green tones, and it's like the perfect fall, winter, cozy fisherman-y type sweater, but it's also so soft. Like, it's not wool. It's very soft. Of course, there is a little bit of pilling happening, but I've had this for like 3 years, and it's not too bad. And I think the darker color kind of masks the wearing the wish of it.
I wish I knew what yarn I knit this in, because this is also really good yarn.
In terms of things that I don't like about it, the sleeves, I wish I had just like the patterns make it like 25 and I get like 23. For some reason, just right before the pattern was over, I stopped knitting the ribbing, and I kind of wish I just done those extra rows, because I remember finishing it and just thinking like, I want sleeves to be a little bit longer than this. But for some reason,
how you get to the end of the sweater and you're just like,
I'm over this. Good. Like,
okay,
I don't need to
cast off.
I don't need to do 5 inches of ribbing right now. Yeah. So that's it. I remember knitting core memory, making this while watching. I was finishing it while watching Sing Street, and they all wear sweaters like this in Sing Street. So it's my Sing Street sweater. That's kind of how I think of it. And I wear it all the time. Like, even right in this time of year, I'll wear it. It's just like the perfect warmth and coziness. And it is stretching because it's acrylic. I think it might be 100% acrylic, honestly. I don't think there's any other fiber in it. So yeah, but I don't mind that too much, especially because when I first made it, the neck was like super mocky. It was sticking up. And that kind of like, I like that so much.
The vibe.
But now that it's stretching, the neck is kind of just getting more like wide, and I can wear it with like a white shirt underneath, and it makes it look nicer. But yeah, that's my favorite, but it kind of ties for first favorite sweater.
So the last favorite sweater of all time. Well, actually, this ties for first with my Christmas sweater, because as you know, I was very enjoyed by that one. Enjoyed upon. I don't know which one is the front. This is the front. It is the No Frill sweater by Petite Knits, knit with in that I got from Whidbey Island. Can't remember what it's called. It's like Hummingbird House or something like that. Don't know what it's called. But it knit that together with a strand of mohair, which I felt super, just like, I really matured in my knitting when I made that, because back in the day, circa 2016, 2015, all of the knitters were knitting with 1 strand mohair, 1 strand, merino wool, and it always looked like this, like variegated color. Yarn, speckled. Homespun House in particular really inspired me with the No Frill sweater. Homespun House loves the No Frill sweater. And this just trending back in the day, and I would just look at it. It would be my goal. And then I made it, and it came out exactly how I wanted it. Just look at these speckles. It has all of the pastel colors that I love. Like the pink. It's simple. It's cropped the perfect amount. You can wear it pretty much like any season of the year. Yeah, like it's like warm. But the thing I'll say is, you probably noticed, and if you didn't, don't pretend like you didn't, because I know you did. The top is super, super pooling, and then the bottom is kind of how I wanted the whole sweater to be. And that's just because I changed balls of yarn, and the dye lot was not the same, so that just happens sometimes, and that's the way it is. That has happened to me a lot in my knitting. It's okay. It's kind of like vibes. Yeah, and it's almost getting a yoke sweater, because right when I finished the yoke, I finished this ball of yarn, and then I went into the new lot, and it's kind of annoying, but overall, I just really like this sweater. It's very cozy, comfortable, and cute, and that's what I'm looking for in all my sweaters, like coziness and femininity, and I actually want to wear it, you know? Yeah, it's just like when things happen like pooling, or when you make a little mistake, I'm really a big one for just it's hand knitting. It's not bought from a store. Yeah, and if you want it bought from the store, buy it from the store. Yeah, put that on your needles and knit it. It really character, and something that you can't get from the store. So that's what I try to tell myself, at least when I make like little mistakes. I'm like, or stuff like that happens, I can't control. Like, I'm not gonna take out the entire half of my sweater because the yarn pulled. People do that, and it's crazy. Like, I see on YouTube, and I respect it, but I would never do it. I just snagged the yarn a little bit, 70 rows back, so I'm taking out the whole thing. I'm like, I'm gonna do that right now. Okay. I will do anything to not do that. But sweater tied for first with that last one I showed you is the Mypz basic, chunky, extra large sweater. It's kind of like I've never seen anyone make this, but I was looking for something very specific. There was a Pinterest photo I was trying to recreate, and I just wanted a balloon sleeve, terracotta, mohair sweater. So I got this mohair yarn from Hobby, which I highly recommend. I think we've already recommended this on this channel before, but it's so cheap, but also very good quality. Like, this is 2 years of having this sweater. It's not very pilly. It's not very worn out. It's pretty nice looking still. And even though it does stretch, that's just the nature of mohair. It will stretch. But yeah, I just a sweater. It's like a boat neck, balloon sleeve sweater. Very beginner friendly, I have to say. If you're a beginner, I recommend trying something like this, because the yarn is chunky. The needles are like so fat. The needles I actually learned on, so that I used for this sweater. So, and the pattern, just to do 2 rectangles and 4 rectangles, sleeves, front, back, and sew it together. I actually modified it to make it be in the round because I don't like doing that. But if you're a beginner and you only know how to do like stockinette, you're okay with sewing, it's really, really good beginners is basically what I'm trying to say. Something else that I modified on this sweater was the neck. I added a little crochet border, chain border around the neck, so that it wouldn't be like when I first made it, it was super wide, super boat neck, which is a vibe, but it's kind of annoying with like your bras coming out, and I just didn't really want that. So I decided to crochet around it, and it actually made it so much nicer to wear. And yeah, I love this sweater. I wear it all the time. It's a great summer sweater. It's a great spring sweater. I just love it. That's all I have to say about it. Oh, that's it for all the sweaters we've knit before. Oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. I feel like I just went through a trip down memory lane. Yeah, it kind of feels like a therapy session. Yeah, you know, sweater trauma dumping. Yeah, and that's not even all of our patterns, so we'll have to do another video talking about other patterns, like our Easter dresses, which is a whole other story. I feel bad for you because you have to edit this video, and that was a long-winded, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you are getting inspiration from this video. And I hope you are also knitting while watching it. I hope you're share what you're knitting down in the comments. Or if you're not a knitter, pick up some needles and knit. It's worth it, okay? And it gets your anxiety out when you have an exam coming up. When you're watching movies that are like slightly boring, they have weird scenes in them, just look at your knitting. Focus on your knitting. That's one of my favorite. Just knitting has really become like a part of me. It's like my best friend. I feel off when I don't have a project to knit on. And same thing with reading. Those are just my 2 like hobbies that I need to always be reading a book. I need to always be knitting something. And like when I'm at a family convention, I've got my crocheting in my hands, or like I don't want to talk that much or something. And to crochet, have a sweater to obsess over. To just like, I'm gonna get this, and it's gonna be just what I envisioned, and it's gonna be perfect. And maybe that's part of our obsessive nature, but you know what? I'm fine with it, because look at all of the fruits of my labor. This video really, it made me feel better about my knitting, because I often look back on my knitting and I'm just like, none of them are that good. But low-key, I made some pretty good ones, and I think I'm pretty proud of myself. So yeah. To all the sweaters we've loved before, and to all the sweaters we've made before, thank you. Thank you for getting me through so many years of family, friends, change, so much change. If you guys learned a little something from this video, don't buy super cheap yarn. Listen to your mom and get the nice quality. Don't make it too small, okay? Make it size. Focus on, because that's really important. On comfort, not too much on style. Also, you can do anything you set your mind to. That was the next thing I was going to say as well. If you wanted to make a single one of the things that we showed in this video, you could. Okay, including my sweater. Just set your mind to it. And I don't care if you're not even a knitter. Get that determination up. Yeah, I don't know if you've never had knitting needles in your entire life. Okay? I've always thought this. Just like, it's just pattern. It's like baking. You just follow the pattern. You just do exactly what they tell you. Yes. It'll be a little bit hard at first. It'll be uncomfortable. But as you get it for multiple hours, you encourage yourself, you inspire yourself, and you realize you're capable of a lot more than you thought. And you know what? Just do it. Just pick up some needles and knit, okay? So, thanks for joining us today. Thank you for watching. This was a long-winded outro. Leave some comments and likes again. Love you guys. Subscribe.